Are you ready for another supply chain disruption? Welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. Today we're live from the trail again. Just out for I do a walk daily, and with these hot summer days, dog days of summer, right? These hot summer days, it makes more sense to go for a walk midday and be productive at the office in the morning and in the evening. Here's a question for you: Are you preparing for another supply chain disruption? This ties into our ongoing conversation on inflation, because as prices keep going up, let me get my hands in the camera. Got to talk with my hands. You need to be prepared for more supply chain disruptions. There are more and more people competing for scarce resources. The supply chains have not completely spooled back up in terms of productivity, in terms of volume, to catch up to demand as the economy has been opening and restarting after the great shutdown. So think about this. I mean, we can see in the ports of LA and Long Beach a backlog of 10, 20 freighters that are just stacked with thousands of cargo containers. They're waiting to get through the ports. That's just one port in the port system in the US for everything that's imported. Is your business reliant on imports? Think about that. And what can you do? And again, so let's bring this back around to inflation. What can you do to manage that supply chain to the risk of increasing prices? Prices are going to continue to go up. We're hearing that from top CEOs, from the government. Freight costs are going up. So that's just a given. So that's our baseline. What do you do to protect against that? Well, the third tip in our series on suppliers is, can you increase your safety stock, particularly on critical items, most expensive, and also those that are highest risk? I'm putting these together in this tip because they are mutually enabling issues, right? You can't add safety stock if you can't get the parts, right? And if you run out of safety, if you're running low on stock, you can't restock, right? So it creates a big problem. And this goes back to the example of the automotive industry, where cars in Detroit are, here my earbuds are falling out, where the cars in Detroit are going off the assembly line and into parking lots because they don't have the computer chips, the electronics chips that they need, due to the global electronics shortage that was caused by the great shutdown and continues because of the sudden increase in demand in 2021. That's a technology that takes a long time to close the factories. It takes a long time to get the factories back up to speed. It takes even longer to add capacity. Where are those kind of risks in your supply chain? Can you increase your safety stock on those critical items to, one, manage the risk of more supply chain disruptions, as Toyota did? Toyota and some of the other car manufacturers in Asia were not hit as hard by the electronic shortage because they had set up a bigger safety stock in advance. And the second reason is to hedge inflation. If you buy now in today's dollars and that product goes up 5, 10, 20% over the next 18 months, and again, we'll come back to why we're talking about an 18-month window in a future episode, over the next 18 months, then you are in a competitive advantage because you are controlling key price points. What is it that really drives your price? Wages, cost of labor is going up. It's typically a driver for most businesses, maybe not the biggest, but a driver. And in your supply chain, what are those big drivers? Mix that with risk. Look at how can you negotiate with suppliers to pull some of your purchases forward so that you are buying with today's dollars, not with the inflated dollars 6 months or a year from now, where you're paying more. There's a lot of the finance issues with that, but when it just comes out to top line revenue, bottom line profit, you need to keep the prices down, right? On what's coming in. Got to control your inputs. So that being said, that's today's tip. Keep it short because this is live on a trail. You can see behind me, I'm exploring a trail that I have driven by. So we've got a road up here behind me. You can hear some of the traffic in the background. And I see this trail, and I've been wanting to check out where it goes. I've got a pretty good idea where it can come out, but I don't really know. We'll find out. It might be a while before you hear from me. Just kidding. I'm not just kidding. You won't be hearing from me for a while. You'll be hearing from me on a regular basis, especially on Thursday. Our next installment in the Cyber-Security series is coming up Thursday, August 5th, 9 a.m. Pacific daytime. 30 minutes because our guest, John Limbacher, CEO and founder of Internet Dominators, can only be with us for 30 minutes. So we'll keep it a nice, tight, fast-paced discussion about more of the blind spots that you may have, more of the mistakes that you may be making and don't even realize as an entrepreneur that are putting your business at risk because you've created cybersecurity holes. You know, sometimes it looks like the doors and windows are shut and locked, and they're not. So join us on Thursday, August 5th at 9 a.m. Pacific Daytime. The link's already out on the internet. And thank you for liking this. I appreciate that. We just got another like, and appreciate your likes. It helps. And also your comments. Let us know more what to talk about, what not to talk about, and also share your experience. This is truly a dialogue, right? This is 21st century television, live and interactive. So that being said, I will see you at the next Wolf's Watch. I'll see you on Thursday. And also you can post your questions you would like to ask about cybersecurity in advance, and we'll make sure those get answered. So thanks again for being part of Wolf's Watch. I enjoy having you part of the conversation. I'm hitting this trail to see where it goes, and I will see you on the trail soon.